Hello, Leo. Welcome to Dove and Serpent Tarot. If Leo is your sun, moon, or rising sign, this is your reading. Please hit the like button, leave a comment. Consider subscribing to the channel, especially if this reading resonates with you. And if there is anything you would like me to pray over, or meditate upon, or send positive energy toward, please let me know. All right, this is going to be a general reading, so try to be open and receptive to whatever may come through during our time together. I am merely the messenger, and I ask you to connect directly with each of these cards and use your own intuition to take you beyond the details that I might provide. And remember, Leo, that the most important part of any tarot reading is you. Wow, 3 of Cups. Look at that. Very nice. Very good energy. That is a celebration. Something good is coming down the line. You may not really even believe. Oh, we've got the Leo. We've got the Leo in action card here with the Prince of Wands. We have an 8 of Wands. Let's see. Oh, more fire energy. Oh, interesting. A lot of this fire energy is manifesting. See a 4 of Wands here. This looks very, very good. We're going to select our mystery card, bonus card, confirmation card, and this is just one random card. We'll put Kevin the Frog right on top. And hopefully that card will tie everything together, right? Give us the confirmation that we need at the end of the reading. So let's look at this now. We've got some interesting stuff going on. We've got we've got no major arcana energy at all. That's pretty rare. That's pretty rare. We'll have to see what that might mean as we go through this. It could mean that really all of this is under your control, that there's kind of nothing that we're waiting for from outside. This is really just, I think, about you getting through some doubts that you have and just doing it. Just doing it. Fire energy. We do have a lot of fire. Fire. Water. We do have some water energy with the 3 of Cups and the 2 of Cups. Very cool. We do have some air energy, which is these cards here. And we've got a little bit of earth energy here. Now, this is going to be a very special card. Okay, I think it's rare we don't have any major arcana cards because, usually there's at least one kind of major influence, one, big influence, or one kind of spiritual force that we have to utilize or deal with or harmonize with in order to make something happen. But in this case, I feel like maybe you are that major force. Maybe you have activated this kind of, this archetypal Leo energy. Because this is underneath everything. This is what's down here at the bottom of the path of the dove. This is very practical, very active, very action-oriented Leo energy. So I think what we've got to do is we've got to dig through this air to get through to the Leo energy. Right? Right now I think it's being obscured by some of this air. Okay? I think that's what's going on. I've been told that I move the cards around a little too much, but I think it's necessary. I can't help myself. We'll try to keep them where they are for at least for a minute or two. Well, let's start with the 3 of Cups, because this is really what it's all about. This is the big win. This is that celebration. This is you wanting to create love and abundance and joy and pleasure in your life. Right? This is you wanting to feel abundant within you. Yeah. This is the understanding of yourself. This is you understanding who you are and why you need what you need. Right? The water energy, it's going to be different for everybody. It seems at a basic level that it's a strong connection with what you're doing, the work that you do, the life that you're leading, right? So maybe this, might have something to do with a career path, Might be something to do with relationships, maybe. It seems to me like it's something to do with creative expression. And of course, creative expression, what does that mean? That could be taking place in your career, in your workplace, in your business, in your home life, in your relationships, with your friends, wherever this is taking place, all of these areas. You're really, I think, trying to get through to the love and pleasure and satisfaction and connection and joy and bliss that you can generate, that you can create. If we could only get over our mind, our thinking, our thoughts, and get down to our essential Leo energy. This is who you know you are inside. But it's kind of coming out in different ways. I think because we're kind of wrapped up in personality, we're wrapped up in some of our thoughts, right? And we might be going through a period of doubt right now, a period of immobility, really, because of this Eight of Swords. And the Eight of Swords is a very restrictive card. It's a card that says we kind of know the way out, but we're not doing it. We're not going that way. So our thoughts keep swirling around and kind of entangling us. Like we're just wrapped up in all these wires, you know? It's just a jumble of wires. Reminds me of Christmas Vacation. It's a little too early to watch that movie. But Clark hands Rusty a big wad of Christmas lights. Completely tangled. And just says, why don't you see if you can untangle these? And he's just, it's not going to happen. That's kind of that's the image that comes to me when I think of the Eight of Swords. It seems like an impossible task to sort through and to calm down our own mind, to get out of this, whatever it is that's going on internally that's preventing us from moving forward. Yeah. And I can see that's what we want to do. We want this Four of Swords. We want to take the Eight and at least cut it in half, right? Half of this would be enough. That would be fine. We don't need an Ace of Swords. I don't need the air energy to completely go away, but darn it, if I could at least reduce this mental, the noise a little bit, then I'll find that Three of Cups, I'll find my essential Leo nature, and I can get on with this, right? Because ultimately we want to get to this Four of Wands. Now, I find it very interesting that we have an Eight of Swords. We at least want to cut it down to a Four of Swords. We have an Eight of Wands. We want to at least cut that down to a Four of Wands, right? This is pretty rare. And I think that this is really predicting big changes, right? I don't feel like we're completely getting rid of anything that's causing us some problems, which I think it's anxiety, and I think it's a lot of I think it's energetic anxiety, but it's like this mental anxiety too. It's this tangle of wires that we're in mentally, and it's kind of in our spirit, in our vitality, in our creative expression, in our ability to focus and center and move forward, right? So these are huge changes, but we're not just getting rid of the fire in the air. We're not completely getting rid of this. We're just hoping to manage it, right? Reduce it. Turn it down from an 8 to about a 4. That's plenty. You're not asking for, you're not asking for miracles here. Can we just dial it down a little bit, right? So I think that these really, the 8s are what are preventing us from getting to that Three of Cups. And we know that to get to this Three of Cups, we've got to invoke our Leo nature. We got to bring ourselves up to here, to that Three of Cups, because that's what we want. But we've got to get rid of some of these. We've got to get rid of some of these eights first, right? Before, because it seems like we're just kind of floating down here. We're trying to get up to that Three of Cups, but we just can't. We've got to do something about this. Right. And first, it's the tangle of wires. The interference that we feel, maybe it's an inability to concentrate, right? Maybe there are a lot of doubts in your life. Could be related to this Seven of Pentacles that we see over here. That could be causing some kind of doubts here where it's almost a self-fulfilling prophecy. We're kind of setting ourselves up to not even try, really, with this energy. This is negative energy, right? This is over-analyzing things. This is getting way too wrapped up in our own thoughts and plans and ideas and doubts, and questions and debates, that we're just kind of bound and hoodwinked, and we can't go anywhere or do anything. We can't see the direction. We can't see the exit. We're kind of stuck, right? But not only that, we have this is kind of the other energy that's behind us. Maybe it's a recent past thing. This is the Eight of Wands. And to me, this feels like some energy that's kind of, it's like you are, let's say, bound and hoodwinked. You're wrapped up in this tangle of thoughts. But we just keep struggling against it. We just keep moving. It's like we're kind of tap dancing on the shag carpet. We're not really accomplishing anything. There's no strategy. There's no focus. There's no calmness here. You know, it's like you're kind of tied up with rope, and you don't know what to do. You're just kind of panicking. We're just struggling against, and we're just wearing ourselves out. A deep breath, a calmness, an inner peace, a strategy, and then just like a martial arts movie, the ropes would just kind of fall away from you, right? You've seen that in a movie, right? Where someone is struggling against it. You just get calm, you do a little Zen thing, and then the ropes just fall loose around you. It's kind of the vibe that I'm getting. We're not expecting quite that kind of miracle. Again, going from an 8, if you could just loosen one little rope, I can do the rest, right? If you can just slide that key a little bit closer, I can do the rest, right? Because I feel like it's kind of preventing us from manifesting our will, from reaching the connection that we're looking for in our lives, either with our work, with our friends, with our family, with all of it, right? And the other thing with the Eight of Wands is, to me, this is us looking for a creative direction, right? We want to paint the sky. We want to paint that rainbow, right? But we're having trouble really focusing. I don't know if this is you having a difficulty, having like a writer's block or an artist block, something like that, where there are maybe many, many possibilities, but we just can't seem to have that breakthrough, right? And again, we just loosen one little rope, and then I can figure this thing out, and we can move. Then we can get on. Then we can get to our essential Leo nature. We can get back to our true self here. So maybe there's something that has been going on, recently, that's kind of got us in this, got really up in our head and in our anxiety, right? It could be any kind of a recent situation, a difficulty with family and friends, some issues going on at work. It could be that we experienced what we perceive to be a failure. Maybe we put some effort into something. We put our Leo nature into something. It didn't quite pan out. And then we found ourselves here. And this here is kind of this reluctance to even try again, because we don't want to get a Seven of Pentacles again. We don't want to have another rejection or whatever, you know. But moving forward, we see the Queen of Wands, right? This is, I think, when we're able to get through a little bit of this, when we can dial down at least the mental chatter a little bit, the mental kind of tangle, when we can slow our minds down a little bit, we can get a little taste of this water. And that water is what fuels the Queen of Wands, because the Queen is the water of fire, right? Queen of Wands. So this is someone that has had a little sip of this water and now has the confidence, the energy, is ready to go. Now is just like fired up, enthusiastic again. And I think this is exactly what the Prince needs, a little taste of that water to then get that kind of confidence back. To get that feeling of, okay, I kind of know what I'm fighting for now. Right? And this, I think, is just a little taste of that, and then we can keep going. It's like just loosen one little rope, and I'll do the rest. That's kind of what we see here, right? At least with the mental energy, with the swords energy, we're still working on this fire energy, and I think the fire energy is going to take a little bit longer because this, well, it's at the end of the path of the serpent, and this is you really understanding the things in life that you're creating. This is you manifesting your will into, well, the 4 elements, the 4 directions, the 4 corners, the 4 winds. This is a 4 of Wands. So it's this fire energy that now is given structure, it's given form. And that's how you relieve this anxiety, this 8. We need to reduce it to a 4. And this is, well, taking the fire energy and giving it something to do, putting it into something, just physical activity. It could be anything. We'll get to that as we go through the cards. But first, we're over here with the path of the serpent. We're starting with the 2 of Cups down here at the bottom, and this is us kind of like looking at this situation now, where maybe we can see 2 out of the 3 cups here because we've loosened the wires. We've loosened a little bit of the rope. We've calmed down our thoughts, right? We've stilled our mind a little bit. We can see a couple of these cups here, right? And we can see how the 3 cups really, this is the Holy Trinity, right? This is union with the divine. That's how we generate the kind of happiness and love and all of this stuff that we talked about. This is the feeling we want to have in our lives. We want this to be our internal state 24/7, right? And now we're looking at it as if, okay, well, now I can kind of see what it is that I want in life. Like we have that clarity now, at least mentally. In our minds, I can see, okay, I know what I want. Know generally how to get it, and I know I'll be able to recognize it when I feel it, right? Because the 2 of Cups now is closer to source. Now we're feeling a lot closer to what gives our life meaning, right? What is significant to you? What is the meaning of your life? I think we're coming to an intellectual understanding of that. Coming to, we have not arrived at it. We don't have the Ace of Swords. We've got a 4 of Swords. We went from an 8 to a 4. That's pretty good. We have that stillness. We're getting closer to the source. Getting closer to the Ace of Cups, really, is what we want all the aces, obviously. But we're getting closer to that feeling like, that feeling of certainty. Getting close to that well of love and beauty and joy. And the closer you get to your true purpose, the true meaning of your life. And when I say purpose, I don't mean, you're just a painter, you got to paint, that's your purpose. No. It's not really what you do, but how you do it. It's the Tao of it. It's the way that you do it. It's the feeling of being connected, of being in the right place at the right time, doing the right thing. It's that infinite moment where everything just aligns and you're doing your will. You're doing the will of God, Goddess, Deity, right? That's the harmony with heaven. doesn't exactly matter what you're doing, but that we have this kind of relationship with what we're doing. If you don't have it, maybe you're not doing quite what you should be right now, right? And I think we're having trouble, obviously, wrapping our minds around this idea of how do we start generating this kind of love and connection, this real kind of, internal celebration, this good vibe. How do we generate that? Well, first thing, still our mind. Get our creative energy moving forward. Get our Leo energy, get things going. Now we can deal with the fire energy, trying to reduce that from noise, static, confusion to, productive things. But first, of course, we've got to go through the air and the earth energy here. Now, in the environment, Princess of Swords, is there resistance from your environment? Is there someone in your life that is kind of a naysayer, right? To me, this feels like there are elements of your environment that are just almost saying like, why do you want to do that? Oh, that's not right. They're not really helping. They're just kind of adding to your doubt, right? They're prompting you to question yourself. Someone, something, somewhere. It could be an element of your own mind. This could be kind of what reinforces, because, the mind, there are several me's in here, right? There are a lot of these little kind of smaller, lesser egos. So this could be just one part of your mind that says, no, that's not the way. No, we're wrong. Let's rethink this. Trying to lead us back to that Eight of Swords. We don't want to go there. So we need to use our essential Leo nature, this creativity, fueled by our glimpse of that love, that divine bliss, that heaven. Fueled by that to kind of leap right over this princess. And this princess is weak. They don't have a very good stance. They don't really seem like they know what they're doing. Easily overcome this lesser ego. Yeah. And it could really actually be manifesting as someone in your environment. But either way, it's still kind of a projection of that part of you. Okay. Easily overcome if we're in this fire mode. If we've caught a glimpse of that water and we're using it as fuel, we can easily leap over that. The next one, not so easy. Oh, forgot to switch the cameras. If we're in this fire energy, we could easily leap over this, right? But the Seven of Pentacles, it's not so easy to get over this, because this is the fear of failure. This is the fear of fear, right? This is the position of what our fears, worries, and concerns, what we don't want. This is the fear of failure. This is the fear of fear, right? But this is interesting when we take it into the context of the next card, the Four of Wands, because what does failure mean, right? What is it that we're afraid of? We're afraid of not succeeding. The only way that we can fail, the only thing that failure really is when you fail to take your fire energy, your spirit, your creativity, and give it form. The only failure is the failure of going from fire to earth, right? Because this is earth, but with no fire in it. It's dark, right? It's cold. If we add some fire into that, and here I go moving the cards around. If we add some fire into this, well, we get a Four of Wands. And this is the goal. This is kind of the realization that you're taking this, the 8, the anxiety, right? We're reducing it down to a 4, because this, again, it's not an ace. It's not that you have found the one thing in life that you're meant to do. Well, you're meant to be a tugboat operator. You are realizing that the work, the will, the creativity, the real manifestation, the real goal is in the process of creation, even if what you're creating is temporary, even if, yes, right now I'm a tugboat operator and you feel the fire, that's fire and earth. You're doing your will, right? But maybe it's only going to be a couple of weeks, maybe only a month or two, maybe just one voyage or whatever, and then we move to something else. So it's not about the permanence of what you do, but the relationship, the experience, how we are connected, what kind of water we feel with what we do. Everything, every job that you might have, every hat that you might wear, every painting you paint is temporary. It's temporary. Eventually, we'll be replaced by someone younger and whatever. Eventually, our canvas will deteriorate or, we try to preserve things, but nothing can be preserved indefinitely, right? We have museums and stuff like that. And, that's even what the Egyptians, what they were trying to do was preserve the body so that it could be used indefinitely. Well, they tried, and they did a pretty good job, but it's not going to last literally forever. It lasts quite a while, as we know, from museums and archaeology and stuff. So it's a realization here that you're coming to that it's not about the permanence of what we're doing or of what we're creating, or that how we're manifesting our will is not a permanent thing. It could change every moment. It could change every day. You could have 1,000 different jobs in your lifetime. That doesn't mean you're any less connected with your spirit, your source, your will, your purpose. Your purpose, your meaning of life isn't just one thing that you have decided, I've learned my will, I'm going to be, whatever, a tarot card reader. It's not what you do, but it's how you do it. Yeah. I think that's what we're learning with this one here. Mystery card. Almost forgot. Let's see what Kevin has to say. The frog is named Kevin. It's a reference to The Office. If anyone can tell me the reason why the frog should be named Kevin, you will have my, undying love and gratitude. That's the prize. But the mystery card. I want to see some earth energy, I think. Yeah. Let's see maybe a 4, right? 4 of Pentacles. I think that would be pretty good. No, it's not that. It is the Knight of Wands, which is kind of cool when we think about all of the fire energy that we already have kind of had. Now it's like, now we're really full into this creative energy. Yeah, we don't have exactly the kind of earth, but maybe that's why we've got the 4 of Wands here, because this is showing the fire energy manifested. Maybe this is all the earth energy that we need. And of course, we didn't have any major arcana cards because this is something that has to be done from your own efforts. And maybe the spiritual energy, right, that major arcana energy is what we are searching for here. And maybe we really have to fully immerse ourselves in this creative fire. Right? So the Knight of Wands, I like that. It's fire and fire. It is it's really just kind of getting carried away with this, but I think in a way that's really connected. It's really really inspired, It's the Knight that carries the Ace, right? And the Ace is the source of your spiritual will. And again, it's not the one thing that you've decided is meant for you in this life. No, you're carrying that torch, that spiritual will, into everything, everywhere you go, everything you do is your true will, right? If you're carrying that torch, that Ace, right? I like this. I think this is a very good confirmation card for you. We are going to do an extended reading. If you want to stick around, click on the link in the corner or down in the description box. New readings come out every day, 6 a.m. Chicago time. Please subscribe. Please hit the notification bell so you don't miss the next one. I want to thank you for being here, and thank you for letting me read for you.